Peace and blessings if you're jumping on. We'll be getting started here in a moment. Just give it a few seconds for some people to jump on. And today we're going to be going over the gold analysis and we're going to do some mindset things, right? This is loads up.
One of my students landed multiple six-figure jobs in cybersecurity within just 90 days.
If you're looking for the best place to invest your money right now in 2024, you should definitely forget about stock.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. It's good, y'all. Welcome to my channel. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to my channel. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my value lives. If you're watching on Facebook right now, most likely you're probably on my team, or maybe you're just somebody that's been following me for a little bit. Go ahead and like and share this post, right? Because this is going to help somebody that's trying to get into this world, right? Trying to get into the world of making money online. And that's why I do these videos, is because I want people to experience how simple it is, right? That you can jump on your laptop, you can jump on your phone and start to generate an extra income. So there's really no reason for anybody to be broke, because if you're watching this, you have access, you have resources, you have everything that you need to make it happen, right? Now, at first, or when you're first getting this process going, right, you may not start making money right off the bat, right? Just like how I was when I first started. I wasn't making money off the bat. I was wasting money, blowing accounts, joining things and not making any money, right? Just wasting money for years, right? And that went on for about a good 2 to 3 years before I really started seeing a profit, right? Started seeing consistent results. So when you come into this world, don't have that expectation that you're just going to get rich quick. Now, it does happen for some people, right? It does happen for some people that jump on here and they may just like just hit gold, right? Just right off the bat. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but it does happen, right? People come on, they get rich within the first month, but that's not everybody's case. Okay. So I think what really separates the people that start seeing results and the people that don't is just the mindset, right? This is really what I think it comes down to. Um, it's just the way you think, how you think about yourself, how you think about your results, how you think about everything. Okay. All right. So that's what I really think it just comes down to. And that's what separates people is the mindset, right? The way that they think. Just successful people think a different way than people that aren't successful. Rich people, they just think a different way from people who are in poverty. Okay. I believe that it really comes down to probably 95-5, right? I think it's 95-5. 95% mindset, first 5% how to. All right, write this down. 5% how to, 95% mindset. I believe this is the ratio to success, right? Of what's going to make up your success is going to be 95% of the way you think and 5% of you actually doing whatever it is, right? If you're doing trading, e-commerce, digital marketing, selling lotions, potions, whatever you do, right? It just comes down to 95% of your mental way you're thinking and 5% of your habits, right? And the daily things that you do every day. So since it's 95-5, that means that most of your focus should go on the mindset, on the way that you think. The How are you thinking about success? How are you thinking about other successful people? Okay. How do you think about your past? How do you think about your present? How do you think about your future? This is all going to make up your success more than what you're actually doing. Okay, so your focus needs to go on the mindset. There's a few mindset things that I need to go over with y'all, right? And if you get these things down before you start trading, then your trading journey is going to be a lot easier than what mine was. Okay, because at first I was focused on just making the money. I just wanted to hurry up and start making a lot of money. I wasn't really focused on the way I was thinking, and I was wondering why I wasn't really getting any results or getting the results I wanted. It's because I was focused on the money. I was focused on just trying to get another sale. I wasn't really focused on trying to make my mindset better or actually build the skill, get my emotions together, get my psychology together. Right. So I believe if you focus on that first, then your results are going to be way better than mine, way faster. Right. But you got to get this mindset thing down. All right. So let's go. Number one is make sure your expectations are realistic. Okay. Set you a little small goal that you can reach every single day. Right. This is going to be a small win for you. I'd say usually about 1 to 2% of your account. Okay. So starting with like $5,000, try to just reach $50 per day. All right. $50 per day. You don't have to go for $5,000 per day right off the bat. And that's usually what people expect. They expect that they're just going to make 100%, 1,000% right off the bat. Right? It doesn't work like that. Okay. It doesn't work like that. All right. My fault, y'all. Actually need to check this trade. All right. So yeah, just expect small wins per day, right? That's what you're trying to aim for. If you get enough of the small wins, you start getting consistent, and it'll add up to a big win. Okay. The whole point of this whole trading is that we're just trying to win more than we lose. Because it's not like you're going to jump on and you're just going to have straight wins all the way to you're rich. And it does happen, right? It does happen for some people, but not everybody. So most likely you're going to experience a lot of losses, a lot of wins, but we just got to make sure that we're winning more than we lose. Okay? Number two, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Okay, this is, like I said, it's not one of the things you just get rich overnight. This isn't one of those magic pills where you just push a button and you get rich, right? And a lot of the time, people try to come into this with that mindset, and that's why they blow accounts. It's because you're trying to get rich quick, right? You're just trying to find a scheme to double your money, and skip your way, right? Skittles and rainbows all the way to into sunset, and that's just not how it works. There is no get rich quick scheme. Everything that's worth having is going to come with a process. It's going to come with some hard work, commitment, consistency, perseverance, persistence. All right, it's going to come with all that stuff. If it's a get rich quick scheme, you probably don't want to be a part of it. It's probably going to cost you more than you can afford. Okay, so just understand that this is going to be a process. There's going to be certain steps, certain levels that you got to reach before you get to where you're trying to go. All right, it's going to take some time. So number three, always be sure you have a plan. Okay, so you want to make sure you have a plan. Whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's e-commerce, digital marketing, trading, right? We want to have a plan first, and that's really one of the big things that I messed up when I first started trading. I didn't have a strategy. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a routine to go through and to look at every day. All right, so draw up your plan first, right? Whatever strategy that you're going to use, if you're going to be trading with me, and you're going to see my strategy, right? You're going to be able to follow a certain plan. Right? Number four, acquire knowledge of the markets. Repetition is the mother of skill. Okay. Repetition is the mother of skill. So the more that you seek knowledge, the more that you practice your strategy over and over again. Right, you start learning about the markets, you start learning about certain candlesticks, certain patterns. Okay, the repetition of this is going to build your skill. Just like anything, right? If you're playing basketball, you're trying to be a better shooter, then you're not going to become a better shooter unless you are shooting over and over again, right? You're practicing those mechanics every day. And obviously, this is a famous quote, right? The more you learn, the more you earn. The more you learn about this market, this industry, right? About trading, about the psychology of trading, okay? You start getting into personal development. It's going to make you better. It's going to make you more valuable to the marketplace, right? So that's how you're going to start earning more. Once you start to learn, you get the knowledge, you start implementing what you're learning, start building the skill, and you start to earn more. Okay, number five, begin with a small investment. All right, begin with a small investment. You don't have to deposit $5,000, $10,000 of your money at first, unless you really got it like that. Right? If you got it like that, then go ahead. But if not, start with something small, right? And try to double it. Start with $50 in an account. See if you can take it to $100. Right? Then withdraw your 50. Now you're just trading with house money. Are you trading with your profit? Try to double that 50 again. Now you're at 100, right? Then try to double that 100 and just keep going. Right? But yeah, you can start small. There's nothing wrong with starting small. This is the pressure of traders, right? We want everybody to think that we're starting off with a lot of money, that we got money like that. We want everybody to think that we're making thousands and thousands of dollars per day because we think that's what's going to attract the most people to us. Um, that's just how traders think, right? And you can't let that pressure get to you and make you do things that are going to hurt you in the long run, right? you'll feel the pressure of people trying to say, "Oh, that's a demo account," or that you're not trading live, so you're not making money. Like, it's not about that, right? Don't let anybody pressure you into trying to prove something to them, right? And it hurts, ends up hurting you, right? If that makes sense. But yeah, that's just some of the peer pressure that people feel, and they think, oh, they have to start off with the live account. They got to start off with thousands of dollars in your account, or you're just not a cool trader or somebody that's really doing it. And that's just not. You shouldn't care about that, right? Don't care about what other people think. Trade on your demo as long as you want. Post those results. The consistency matters, right? That's the really. If you can do it on a demo account, you can do it on a live account. Right? But practice, practice, practice on that demo account on a small investment. Doesn't matter. Stop caring what other people think and just get your wins up, right? Get your reps up. Number 6, learn new things at all times. All right. Kind of goes with acquiring knowledge. But yeah, you want to be learning new things. If you're not learning new things, you're not evolving. Okay. You're not evolving. You're not growing. So when you stop learning new things, you stop growing. If you stop growing, you're dying. Okay, so you want to always be growing, always learning new things, learning new skills. Number 7, maintain proper risk management. I'm going to talk to you guys about that. How to maintain just your account so that you don't end up blowing it. Okay, you want to use proper risk management. You want to be trading with a certain lot size. If you have a low account, you don't want to be over leveraging. That's how people always blow their account. Okay, so number 8, get in a routine of waking up early. You want to make sure that you are up and ready, right? Ready to attack the market. Most of the moves are made in the early morning. Okay. Most of the moves in the market are just made in the early morning. Coming up here in about 10 minutes, the market will start moving. Okay. And yeah, it's been moving, right? It's been moving. It doesn't stop. Monday through or Sunday through Friday, market is always moving. People are always making money. Okay. Now, some of the best times to trade is going to be early morning. Okay, so I usually get up about 5 a.m., trade to about 9:30 at the latest, 10. Okay, that's my window of trading, 5 a.m. to 10. Okay, that 5 hour window is where I'm able to make a profit. Okay, now sometimes I might jump on night. I might jump on my binary options account like nighttime. May take a couple trades. Right, if the setup's there. But yeah, most of the time it's early morning. So you want to get in a routine of waking up early. Right? If you know you got to be to work at 8, then you need to be waking up about 5 a.m., 4 a.m., getting your day started. Right? Which means you need to go to sleep earlier. Right? But most of the successful people that I know, they get up early. They're not in the bed sleeping till 12, till 1. Right? They're up and at it, getting their day started so that they're ahead of the game. Right? You want to get yourself in position early, right? Get yourself in position early for the day so that you can come up with the win. Right? Number 9, trust your analysis. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how I draw up my analysis, and yeah, you're gonna be able to copy me, be able to learn how to do your own analysis, right? But this is something that you want to be familiar with, right? Doing your own analysis. I know there are going to be certain indicators, certain tools out there that are going to help you just draw up on your chart real quick. Okay, so we use a tool called the SBA system. This basically marks up my chart for me. Right, lets me know when I should be getting in, take profit 1, 2, 3, where my stop loss should be, where my support is, where my resistance is at. Right, so this is a tool that is really like a cheat sheet for me. Okay, now there are going to be tools like this, but what you want to do is also you want to learn the skill, right? You want to learn how to draw up on your own chart as well. right? Because you just never know where these systems are going to go, um, especially if it's not yours, right? If you didn't create it, you just never know, right? People change their mind, they switch companies, they go different directions, right? So you just never know. You may not have access to that tool at all times. So you need to learn the skill, right? So that if those things are taken away, it doesn't matter. We still have the skill, right? Nobody can take this from us once you learn this. Okay. So yeah, take time to learn your skill. And then when you do your analysis, trust your analysis, right? Your analysis is your first option. And then you just use the tools as confirmation, right? So this SBA system is just confirmation for me so that I have more confidence in my trade, right? Okay. So trust your analysis, right? Number 10, do not get greedy. All right. This is like the golden rule. This is what takes out about 99.9% of traders. Greed, right? Just wanting more because there's never going to be enough. You're going to have $100 day. Like, cool, I want to make 1,000. You're going to have $1,000 day, and you're going to be like, I want to make 10,000. Right? You're going to make 10,000. You're going to be like, damn, I need to make 100K. You're going to make 100K. You're going to be like, oh, I need to make millions. We're going to make millions. We're going to be like, man, might as well make billions, right? So it's never going to be enough. The money is not going to ever satisfy you. I know that sounds crazy because you don't have any money right now, right? Or you may be broke or just in a mindset of scarcity. So that kind of sounds crazy to you right now, right? That the money is never going to be enough and money's never going to satisfy you because you feel like the money is going to solve all your problems. And all money does, right? Listen to me very, very closely. All money does is magnify your problems. It magnifies who you really are at a core. So all you people, you think, oh man, if I just can make $100 a day, if I could just make $1,000 a day, all my problems go away. No, 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 no. It's just going to magnify what your issues are, right? And the reason why I never really understood when I heard my mentor say this to me, I never really understood what he meant by money magnifies your problems. But I understand it now because if you start getting more money, you're just going to spend it on whatever your issues are, whatever your problems are, whatever your health issues are. So it's just going to magnify that, right? It's going to put a magnifying glass on what's really going on with you because your money, you're going to spend all your money on it. So you got to understand the money is not the goal. The lifestyle is, right? The experiences that we want to experience with the money, the things that we can do with the money is the goal, right? Like providing, protecting for our women, creating a family, creating communities, creating empires, okay? Traveling with your family, spending time with your loved ones, being able to buy them gifts on holidays, being able to retire your mom, your dad, put them in a mansion, right? That's the goal. Getting the money is not the goal, right? Because it's never going to satisfy you. So you got to understand that, okay? So do not get greedy. When you hit your goal, your 1 to 2%, close your laptop or switch over to your demo account and be done for the day. All right? We're just trying to get a small win for the day each day. That's all. Okay? Those little increases, right? Those little wins are going to compound into a greater win, into consistency, into repetition, right? Into habit. It'll turn into a skill, right? Just getting those small wins every day. So that's all we got to aim for, right? So we don't need to aim for the moon and try to get rich in one day. Okay. If I just would have had this mindset when I first started, I'd have been rich in my first 3 years. All right. So if you're listening to this and you're blessed enough to be in a position to listen to this, um, consider yourself very, very blessed, right? That you can get this mindset, and that's going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars. It's going to save you tears, crying yourself to sleep at night. It's going to save you heartache and frustration. If you can just get this mindset thing down, right? Before you start actually trading or whatever it is that you choose to do, right? Get your mental together first. Why? Because our mind is going to dictate what's going to happen for the future. It starts with the thoughts. That's the foundation, right? That's where it all stems from. All of our problems, everything that we are experiencing now, first started in our. It was a thought, right? It was in our mind first, and now we're experiencing it. Okay, so it only makes sense to start off with the mindset. To start off with, how are you thinking about yourself? How you think about others? Okay, which plays a major part in it too. How you think about other people's success, right? Because you're going to see other traders that are making way more money than you, right? My mentor, he made $35,000 today trading gold, right? So there are going to be people that are going to be making more money than you, and that's really how you should have it, right? You shouldn't be in a group where you're the smartest or you're making the most money, because that's just the wrong group for you to be in, right? You want to be around people that are making more money than you, people that are thinking different, people that are challenging you to become better, right? So this mindset thing, right? We got to get this down. Focus on this first, and then focus on the how to. Right. So now we're ready to get into some trades. Okay. So if you don't have a Pocket Options account, go ahead and reach out to me. I can get you my link, which will also get you 50% bonus match on your first deposit. Okay. So reach out to me for my link so that you can get into Pocket Options. Right. Another platform that you want to download is Sway Markets. Okay. Sway Markets is another good. I think this is it. Okay, this is another good one, Sway Markets. So if you want to open up a Sway Markets account, go ahead and make a deposit, right? And if you need that link, go ahead and hit me up as well. I can put it actually inside. All right, so I can put the Sway Markets link inside the comments for you guys. All right, so if you want a Sway Markets account, go ahead and use this link that's in the comments. And also, The second link is the funded link, right? So if you want a funded account, you can get one for as little as $10. Right. And I can't put the pocket options link in the comments because the Facebook blocks that link for some reason. But it's all good. It's all good. All right. So one of the first things that I do, actually want to close out of this while we're hold on, you guys. I need to do something with this trade. I think I want to close this. I'm just going to close that while I'm teaching you guys because I'll be distracted. But yeah, all right. So for one of the first things you want to do, come over here to tradingview.com. Go ahead and register for TradingView. All right, it's free, and this is just where I draw up my own analysis. Okay, so yeah, TradingView. Some of you want to go ahead and pull up Forex Factory. Okay, and Forex Factory is going to let you know major news events that are happening. Right, so it's very key for you to be in tune with what's going on around the world because this affects the market as well. Right. So major news events, this is broken down into 3 different categories. Yellow folder, meaning low impact. Orange folder, mild, right, impact. And then red folder is high impact. Okay. What was that? All right. So, yeah, you want to make sure you have Forex Factory pulled up. Um, what else? Okay. So, yeah, 3 different categories: low impact, yellow folders, mild, orange, and then high, red. So, anytime you see a red folder, usually means that there's going to be a lot of movement in that market around that time. Okay, so 10 a.m. today, Federal Chair Powell testifies, right? So Powell's going to speak. That should move the market in a big move, right? A big move should be made on the USD pairs. Okay, so if you're trading Euro USD or if you're trading gold or anything that's USD, there's going to be a lot of movement in that pair around 10 a.m. or at 10 a.m. Okay, so just be prepared. Anytime you see a red folder, this means be prepared, brace yourself because there's going to be a big move. So make sure you have your stop loss in place and yeah, just make sure, right, that you brace yourself because anything happen, it could either go in your favor really high or it could go the opposite way. Right, but either way, when you see a red folder, just know there's going to be a lot of movement in that pair, right, at that time. Right, so yeah, all right, and I want to actually share this live with my team. So I'm going to copy that link and hold on, you guys. I'm putting this live link in my chat so that people can jump on. right? So yeah, just let everybody know. So yeah, like I said, three different categories, right? So you want to make sure you're using Forex Factory, um, and look at the news, right, for the day. So it's either going to be low impact, mild, or a red folder, right? So if you see a red folder, don't panic. It just means that there's going to be a lot of movement. So make sure you brace yourself. Okay. So now, once we check that out, we see what's going on for the day. So 10 a.m. Should be seeing our move for the day. Okay. So what we want to do next is draw up our own analysis. Okay. So like I said, trust your own analysis. Use the tools and the bots and everything else as just confirmation. Okay. This is what you're going to trust, what you draw up. Okay. So go yeah. First you want to go to tradingview.com, go to the pair over here in the top left. You're gonna type in XAUUSD. You could just choose the first one, and then it's gonna pop up, right? This is the time frame. And we're gonna back out to the daily. So scroll down a little bit, go to the daily. Okay. Make sure this is set to candles. You should be good from here. Right. So I'm gonna get rid of these drawings real quick. All right, so now we're looking at the daily time frame, all right, for gold. So first thing that you want to do is figure out the trend of the market, right? You want to ask yourself, what is the trend of the market? Because we always want to trade with the trend, right? You don't want to trade against the trend because just you end up losing money more times than often, right? Now, I'm not saying you can't make any money going against the trend, but it's just better to trade with the trend. Okay. So you're going to take that trend line tool, right? Go up here, grab your trend line tool, and draw a line from the lowest point to the next lowest point. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to see that it's a trend, right? It's bouncing over a trend. Price is starting here, coming up to a certain point, coming down, coming up to a certain point, coming down, up, down to our trend line, up. Okay. So this is the trend, right? So the quickest way to find what trend you're in is to ask yourself, is it starting in the bottom left, going to the top right, or is it starting in the top left, going to the bottom right? Okay. So you see here, price is starting in the bottom left corner. So that's an uptrend. Okay, so we are in an overall uptrend on the daily time frame. We actually reached some all-time highs here pretty recently. And yeah, we got some bullish momentum going right now on the daily time frame. But yeah, overall, I do see this eventually coming back and testing this area, okay, or this trend line. May not happen for a couple years, but or maybe 6 months, right, to a year. But I do eventually see it coming back down to this area here before it bounces off to go higher, right? Or it could just continue to shoot up, create a new all-time high, right? Which is what it probably might do, right? But this is the trend that we are on, right? You can see price starting here, bouncing off our trend, bouncing off our trend, bouncing off our trend line, bouncing off our trend. Okay, so opportunities are going to be on your trend, right? Every time it comes to your trend line, you're either going to catch opportunity of it bouncing off or breaking through, retesting, and continuing. Right? Those are the two scenarios that you're going to be able to catch opportunity off of, right? Bouncing off your trend, respecting your trend line. Right? So when people saw this trend line form, okay, could have got in for a buy here, could have got in for a buy here, right? And also the opposite way, right? When you saw price got at an all-time high, usually it's going to head back down, right? So got at an all-time high here, could have got in for a sale, and back down to the trend line. got in for, started to make an all-time high. Could have got in for sale here. Caught the sale all the way back to the trend. Right now it's at an all-time high again. So opportunity could get in for a buy and catch it, creating a new all-time high, or could get in for sales, right, for the long term, catch it coming back down to the trend line. It's all about getting in position, right, anticipating that move. But yeah, that's the first step, right, finding your trend. So now we found our trend. Now we want to dial in a little bit closer and figure out what zone are we in. Okay, what zone are we in for the daily time frame, right? And the way we figure out what zone we're in is we identify major reversal points. Okay, so we're going to take our circle tool and we're going to draw circles around the areas of where there's major reversal. Okay. Basically meaning where price is getting to a certain point and then just reversing direction. Okay, so we see here price shot up all the way up here, reverse direction, stopped right there. Okay, major reversal right there. And we just want to identify just a few points, right, just to give us a general idea where our areas of resistance are. All right. So once we have a few of our major reversal points identified, now we can start to see where areas of resistance that we're seeing form, right? So we're going to have a bottom. The bottom areas of resistance are going to be called the support area, right? This is the support area because just like a floor supports you, right? This is going to be a area of support for price. So when it gets to this area, it's probably going to be supported, right? Some type of resistance. So what we want to do, grab our rectangle tool and just draw a general area. Right? Okay. And the same thing for the top, right? And the top is going to represent your resistance. Okay. This is the area where prices has got to and has seen some type of resistance. Okay. So it reversed. Right? So this is the zone that we are in for the daily time frame. This top representing our resistance area, this representing our support. So only two ways that this thing can go, right? That's why I love trading. I don't really get into betting and all that stuff because there's just too many possibilities, too many variables. And I'd rather jump on a chart than bet, right? Than place bets. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with placing bets and gambling. Well, the Bible does say don't gamble, but I'm not knocking anybody that does. But I would rather, if I was going to gamble, I'd rather just put my money in the market and press buy or sell, right? Just guess, because it's going to give me a 50-50 chance, right? That's the best odds that you can have, 50-50, heads or tails, right? So if I'm going to gamble, I'm just going to throw my money in the market and just guess buy or sell. I'm not going to try to guess what player is going to score how many points in what quarter, what team is going to win, if they're going to score more points than them. Like, it's just too much, right? It's just too much. So I'd rather just throw my money in the market and press buy or sell. I have a 50-50 chance, right? It's either going to go up or it's going to come down. Okay. So only two ways it can go from here, right? It's either going to continue to come up and test this resistance again, maybe create a new all-time high, or come back down to our regular support, right? Our first support. How do we tell which direction it's going to go, right? These candlesticks are going to let you know the momentum, right? The direction of where price may head. So the way that I do it, just a quick way, is I identify bullish candlesticks. Bullish candlesticks are going to let me know where the momentum is heading. And right now, we got a lot of bullish candlestick, engulfing candlesticks, right? So I look for engulfing candlesticks. I'm sorry. Engulfing candlesticks is what I look for, right? And it's either going to be a bullish engulfing candlestick or it's going to be a bearish engulfing candlestick. So what do I mean, right? So this is an example of a bullish engulfing candlestick. Okay, so you see where my mouse is at? This candlestick here is a bullish engulfing candlestick, meaning it's engulfing the previous candlestick, right? It's closing out above it. It's bigger than it. It's longer than it. Okay, that's engulfing the previous candlestick. So when I see an engulfing candlestick, right, whether it be bullish or bearish, usually indicates that momentum is going to continue in that direction. Okay, so like right here, you see this bullish engulfing candlestick form. What did price do? Continued up, came back, retested, continued up. Same thing coming down. When this red bearish engulfing candlestick was formed, price continued in that direction, retested, continued down, retested again, continued down. Same thing here, where my mouse is at. Bullish engulfing candlestick, right? Engulfing this previous candlestick. So what's that mean? Bullish momentum is forming. Get in for a buy. Continued up, retested our support, continued up, retested again, and now it's continuing up right now to our original resistance. All right, so for me, this is a bullish engulfing candlestick, so price is probably going to continue to move up. Okay, that's probably what we will see today happen at 10 a.m. Right, when Federal Chair Powell speaks, we'll probably see more bullish momentum. And the reason why I say that is because we had a bullish engulfing candlestick form. This tried to engulf this candlestick, but it didn't. Right? If you look closely, it did not close out below this green bullish engulfing candlestick. Closed above, right? So I believe price may still head in a bullish direction, right? This may just be a retest. Now, what could happen, right? At this level, we're seeing a lot of resistance, right? Let me get a little closer. Right? See this major reversal point here, and some here, right? So this area about there is a very key area, right? Every time price got to that line, it bounced off and came down, right? So we want to be very careful here. If we're getting in for buys, we're going to be very careful because every time price got to that level up here, right, where this red line is, it came down. So what could happen, could see temporary buys when it gets to this level, could shoot back down to retest. If it breaks over this area, then I think we're safe for buys to come up to this area of resistance. Okay, so that Federal Chair Powell could shoot this up to our resistance. Or we could see the resistance here, and continue back down. Only two things can happen, right? But the way I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna scalp this opportunity that's coming up is I'm gonna go down to the lower time frames, right? So you always want to go down to the lower time frame so that you can look in closer to get a better entry point. All right, so we do this on the daily. You want to do the same thing on the 4 hour. Okay, draw up on the 4 hour, draw up on the hour, draw up on the 15 and the minute, right? And you might be like, dang, that's a lot, right? That's why we have tools like this, right? The SBA system gives us a quick analysis of each time frame, right? So right now in the daily, if you see up here in the top right, we are in a bullish momentum, right? We're in a buying state for the 4 hour, buy as well, buy for the hour, and buy for the 15, consolidating on the 5, and we're actually in a sell on the minute time frame. Okay, so we go down to the minute time frame, probably going to have a red arrow. Okay, so it's saying we're seeing some bearish momentum on the minute time frame, but we're going to check it out, right? We're going to be sure we do see it coming down. All right, so we may be able to catch some sales coming down, or we can wait till it gets to this key level here, which is another area of resistance, for it to bounce off for buys. Okay. So that's the opportunity right now, right? Catching temporary sales down to this resistance area. Okay, let me draw a line for you guys so you can see this. Okay, that red line and this red line, right? So this is the zone that we are in for the minute time frame. Okay, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do this on TradingView so you can see a little bit better. Right. So what we do is go down to the minute time frame. All right. So like I said, right, how do we find the trend? Okay, if you're listening right now, how do we determine the trend of the market? Right? How do we identify the trend? If you guys are paying attention, right, I explained to you guys how to quickly identify the trend of the market, right? How do we do that? Right? We ask ourselves, is it starting in the bottom left, working its way to the top right? That's an uptrend. If it's starting from the top left, working its way to the bottom right, that's a downtrend. So we see here, we take our trend line tool, come over here, grab our trend line tool. All right, 1 second, I got some signals coming in. So we got a sell entry. Right? Got a sell entry, so we're getting for a temporary sell. All right, probably coming back to retest this area. All right, so I am in a sell, 5 minute, and what I'm expecting it to do is come down to the bottom of this area here. All right, so it could come down to this area, see a little resistance, retest, probably come back down. All right, so this is what could happen. Come down, touch this line. Come back, retest. All right, so this is a possible move that could be happening. All right, come down to probably about this line. Take profit 1, take profit 2. Okay. All right, so yeah, came right to our trend line. Okay. It's at our trend line. Very key place to be right now, right? So only two things can happen from here. It's either going to respect our trend line or it's going to break through our trend and try to retest, right? So once we figure out the trend, see we have a break forming now. Okay. So once we find our trend, the next thing we find is what zone are we in? Okay. And the way we find our zone is by identifying major reversal points. So see, we got one there, here. So we got one right here too. Okay, so now that we have our major reversal points, we can come up with all right. So like I said, came down to here, down to our resistance, bounced off. Now it's looking like it's trying to pull back and retest. All right. So it could next candlestick let us know if it's going to come all the way down. But we are in profit. If you want to stop loss, I probably would put it like somewhere around here. All right, so this is the move that I'm anticipating, right? And this is going into the Powell speaking, right? So after Powell speaking, I do believe it probably might drive it price up, but until then, I think we will be trying to come down, right? Which is going to fake everybody out, and then when Federal Powell speaks, then I believe it will drive price back up, right? But you just want to be safe. Make sure you have your stop loss in place because when Powell speaks at 10 a.m., right here, this is going to move the market very rapidly, right? So what could happen? Could respect this trend, shoot all the way up, or him speaking could drive price all the way down, right? Just never know. But right now we are in profit. Okay, 1 second. Okay, light profit right now, but I do believe this will, if it breaks this area, okay, it's fighting, trying to break this area here. But if it does break, then we're definitely coming down. All right, if it breaks that area, the next area will be we will touch this area, right? And if it breaks this, we're probably coming down to here. Okay. All right. Once it breaks this area, we're going to move our stop loss up, all right, just to be safe. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move it to break even. So you guys should be in profit now if you got in for that sell. Just be careful, right? Because, like I said, anything can happen. It could reverse. So make sure you have your stop loss in place. Even if in the case that it does come back and touch our stop loss, it's cool. You didn't lose any money, but just want to be safe, right? Once it gets to this area, we'll move stop loss up to around this area. Right? Move a little bit in profit so that even if it does come back, we still want a little bit of money. All right, so now we are in a risk-free trade, and we just let it ride. Okay, whatever happens, happens from here. All right, but yeah, like I said, I want to see it come down to this next resistance, right? So this has now become our resistance. We broke that resistance, so this is now our support, right? That support is now our resistance, right? But what will probably happen? We'll probably try to come back and retest our trend line here before it continues down. All right, so like I said, only two things can happen, right? It's either going to come to your trend line, respect it, and bounce off, or it's going to come to your trend line, break, retest, and continue to go. Right? Just two scenarios. It's either going to go up, it's going to come down. Right? So, in big profit, we got in. I'm probably going to try to take profit around. I'm going to go ahead and get out. Oh, hey, so I got out right. If you're still in, cool, but it's probably going to try to come back and touch my stop loss. That's why I got out. Okay, so Okay, so I might get back in once this pullback happens, right? It's probably gonna try to pull back at least halfway. All right, but if this candlestick closes out above this line, then we're probably going to probably need to start looking for buys, right? But in order for me to look for buys, I need to see this candlestick close above this area, right? This candlestick here. If that doesn't happen, then I know momentum's going to continue down. If it does, then that's an engulfing bullish candlestick, which lets me know when Federal Powell speaks, it's probably going to push price all the way up. But this long candlestick forming is a good sign for bullish momentum. Right? If you move your stop loss up, it definitely hits your stop loss. So it's all good. We won a little bit of money. At least we didn't lose, right? We didn't lose any money. Okay, so if this candlestick does not close out above, then we probably want to try to continue come down. But right now, we are retesting our trend. Okay, just like we drew up, retesting the trend. Now, what can happen from here is it continue. How do I get rid of these words? All right, so now what can happen from here? Like a retest and then continue down. Okay, or this could respect this area, right? This area of resistance. Try to come back and retest this trend. All right, but yeah, if you want to get in for that sell, this is where I would set my stop loss. Okay, here around this area, or you can make it a little bit tighter. You want it like around here. All right, y'all. But yeah, this is my process, right? This is my process, my trading process, and that's how I do my analysis. The more that you do this, the easier it will become, the better you'll get at it, and the more profitable trades that you'll start to win, right? But yeah, the main thing is just trust your analysis, right? Trust your analysis, stick to it. Make sure you have your stop loss ready so that you can control your losses just in case, right? Because it can always go the opposite way. Right? It can always go the opposite way. So you just want to protect your account. Okay. All right. So we're seeing here. All right. And this could have been a fake out, right? Could have been a fake out, fake down, try to get people in sales. Could be pushing our way back up, which if we do, then I know when Federal Powell speaks, it's probably definitely going to push price all the way up. Right? If it comes and hits our stop loss. But if not, right, if it respects this area of this retest of the trend that it just broke, then we're definitely coming back down. All right, but yeah, it could have been a fake out. Just broke our structure. Continue into structure. But usually, what happens? This is what usually happens. Right? 7 out of 10 times, it breaks the trend. Now we're seeing the retest, and then bounce off. 7 out of 10 times, that's usually what happens. Right now, sometimes 3 out of 10, right? It could fake you out. Right? Fake you out, break your trend, make you think that it's going to retest and continue, and just continue with the trend. Right? But more times than not, this is what usually happens, right? You'll see a break in your trend, it'll retest and continue down. Right. So yeah, hopefully you guys got value from this today. Save this video. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any value. Okay. If you would like one-on-one attention, or you want to schedule for a one-on-one session, just reach out to me and we can set that up. If you need help setting up your MT4 or anything like that. Yeah. If you want to join my team and get on our live trading sessions and start to learn with me every day, just reach out to me. Okay. Comment the word trade below. Comment the word trade below, and yeah, I'll reach out to you, get you inside my private group, and yeah, get you all set up. All right, so yeah, hopefully you guys got a lot of value from this today. I know I showed you a lot in this time frame, right? I think we've been on for about an hour or so. Okay. But yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. If not, I love y'all. Nothing you can do about it. No one got to hear Mr. Laptop Lifestyle. If you didn't know, now you know. All I'm trying to do is grow. Like I always say, make the rest of it the best of it. I'll meet you at the top because that bottom is way too crowded.